Threads of Eternity. Episode 2. Part 2. The shrine sits half-buried at the edge of the village, stone walls split by age and something deeper. Symbols carved into the floor spiral inward, worn smooth by centuries of feet, and something else. Alara steps inside first. The device beneath her cloak begins to hum. Not sharply, not urgently. In recognition. Lyric follows, the thread responding immediately. The air between them tightens, invisible tension pulling like static before lightning. Kale remains at the doorway, watchful.
This place predates the rift.
Lyric looks down at the symbols.
It feels familiar.
She steps forward. The symbols ignite faintly, not glowing, but remembering their shape. The thread pulses. Alara freezes.
Don't touch.
Too late. Lyric's foot crosses the inner circle. The shrine exhales. Sound drops away for a breathless moment. Then, images surge. Not visions. Not memories. A woman screaming in another century. A city folding inward. A man standing still while the world burns around him. Lyric gasps, stumbling. Alara grabs her arm.
Lyric, stay with me.
The device flares, stabilizing the space. The symbols dim. Lyric breathes hard.
I've been here before.
No.
She meets Lyric's eyes.
You've been connected here before.
From the doorway, Kale stiffens.
Someone's listening.
The thread tightens. The forest beyond the shrine shifts unnaturally, branches aligning, paths correcting themselves. Kale scans the tree line.
This is old guard territory.
Lyric turns sharply.
Old guard.
Alara hesitates, a rare thing for her.
They were the rift's first protectors.
She exhales.
And its first executioners.
The device dims slightly.
Executioners of who?
Alara looks at Lyric. Truly looks.
People like you.
The thread hums, restrained anger. Kale steps closer.
There was one who refused to fall in line.
Lyric's chest tightens.
The shadowed figure.
We never spoke his name.
Because names anchor things.
The forest creaks. Somewhere deep within it, something shifts its weight. The marked child sleeps fitfully on a pallet. Lyric sits nearby, awake. The sigil on the child's wrist pulses faintly. Lyric reaches out, stops herself. Her own thread flares in response.
I didn't choose this, but it chose me anyway.
Alara watches from the doorway.
You're not contaminating them.
Lyric doesn't look up.
Then why are they changing?
Alara approaches, kneeling.
Because the thread doesn't create marks.
She gestures to the child.
It reveals them.
Lyric swallows. Lost in her thoughts, she slowly lifts her head.
So how many more?
Alara doesn't answer. That's answer enough. Outside, the wind reverses direction, leaving a faint smell of chaos. Kale sharpens his blade methodically. Lyric approaches.
You fought them before.
I survived them. There's a difference.
Lyric leans against the post.
If they come.
They won't attack. Not yet.
The thread hums softly, uneasy.
Old guard doesn't hunt blindly. They test. They isolate. They wait for you to choose wrong.
Lyric straightens.
Then I won't.
Alara adjusts the device, hands steady but eyes distant. Lyric watches.
You've seen this before?
Yes. And I didn't stop it. I followed instructions. I trusted safeguards.
Her voice tightens.
I let someone else bear the cost.
The thread reacts sharply.
Who?
The man who will come for you.
The shrine hums. Deep ominous. Lyric stands alone at the ridge. She closes her eyes. The thread responds instantly, threads of light barely visible beneath her skin. She doesn't push. She listens. The forest answers. Not with sound. With alignment. Far away, impossibly far, something feels her presence. A connection snaps into place. Lyric gasps.
I know you're watching.
Silence. Then, approval. Cold. Measured. Satisfied. Lyric opens her eyes.
So this is how it begins.
A man stands in perfect stillness. No shadow touches him. Reality bends subtly around his presence. He opens his eyes.
So, the thread shows again.
He steps forward. The world adjusts to accommodate him.
Let's see if this one breaks faster.
Night settles unnaturally fast. Not darkness falling, darkness deciding. Lyric walks ahead of Alara and Kale, the forest narrowing around them as if the land itself is listening. The trees do not sway with the wind. They lean, subtly, deliberately, toward her path. The thread hums beneath Lyric's skin, low and steady. Not urgent. Attentive. She slows. Then stops. Alara notices immediately.
Lyric.
Lyric doesn't turn. Her eyes are fixed on the ground ahead, where moonlight should cast shadows. It doesn't. Her shadow ends abruptly, cut cleanly at the feet, as though erased. Lyric swallows.
He's close.
Kale steps forward, blade half-drawn, scanning the tree line.
I don't see anyone.
Lyric finally turns to face them. Her voice is calm, too calm.
That's because he isn't here.
The thread tightens, not painfully but with pressure like a held breath. Alara steps beside Lyric, lowering her voice.
Greg Gray doesn't move through space the way we do.
He moves through outcomes.
A ripple passes through the forest floor, not visible but felt. Leaves crunch where no foot steps. Branches bend where no hand touches. Kale stiffens.
Then what is this?
Lyric closes her eyes. The thread extends inward, not outward. She listens instead of reaching. Images press against her awareness, a corridor of stone. Witness chambers. A man standing perfectly still as time fractures around him, untouched. Lyric exhales sharply, eyes snapping open.
He's watching a version of this moment where we fail.
Then why hasn't he intervened?
Lyric looks back to the place where her shadow disappears.
Because this isn't the moment he wins.
Lyric takes one deliberate step forward. Her shadow reconnects. The forest reacts instantly, branches shudder, paths realign, pressure releases slightly. Kale exhales, not realizing he'd been holding his breath. You just changed something.
Yes. And he felt it.
Far away, not in distance, but in time, Greg Gray registers the shift. Not anger. Interest. The thread hums once, deeper now. Not warning. Acknowledgement. They move on, unaware that this was the first moment Greg Gray stopped predicting Lyric, and started studying her. They make camp where the forest loosens its grip, a small clearing that feels less watched, though not safe. A fire burns low. Controlled. Intentional. Lyric sits slightly apart from it, knees drawn up, the thread humming faintly beneath her skin like a restrained second heartbeat. She stares into the darkness between the trees, listening to things she doesn't yet have names for. Kale sharpens his blade methodically. The sound is steady. Grounding. Alara watches Lyric. Not with suspicion. With recognition, Elara finally speaks.
Kale, you deserve context.
I figured that much.
Elara exhales, long and measured, as if choosing which truth hurts least. She reaches beneath her cloak and removes the device, placing it between them near the fire. Its glow is dimmer than usual. Muted.
The old guard of the rift weren't protectors.
Kale pauses his sharpening.
That's not what the histories say.
Histories are written by those who survive the corrections.
Lyric's attention sharpens. The thread responds subtly, not flaring, just listening with her. Elara continues.
The guard believed fate was too fragile to trust to chance, so they learned how to edit it.
Kale finally looks up.
Edit how?
By choosing who mattered.
The fire crackles softly. Lyric shifts, eyes still on the dark.
Witnesses.
Elara's gaze snaps to her.
Yes. They didn't just seal rifts or stabilize threads. They erased outcomes that didn't serve the greater weave.
You're saying they killed people.
Worse. They removed them from ever having mattered.
The forest seems to lean closer. Lyric closes her eyes. Images surface, not visions, but impressions. Rooms where echoes end abruptly. Names that vanish mid-sentence. Lives that end without death. Lyric opens her eyes, voice quiet.
Greg Gray didn't fall out of favor.
No.
Then why is he hunting us?
Elara meets his gaze.
Because the rift collapsed the moment they marked Lyric.
Mark me.
The thread didn't choose you by accident.
Lyric rises to her feet, tension tightening her shoulders.
Then why me?
Because you don't pull the thread.
I do. Every time it reacts.
Yo. You listen to it.
Silence settles. Kale exhales slowly.
And the old guard never did.
They forced outcomes. Greg Gray perfected it.
So what does he want from me?
Permission.
Permission for what?
To finish what the old guard started.
The thread hums low, displeased. Lyric turns toward the forest, eyes steady now.
He said the thread chose wrong.
Because it chose someone who can say no.
A long pause. The fire pops sharply. Lyric finally speaks, not angry, not afraid. Resolved.
Then I won't let him rewrite anything without me watching.
Then we're not just running anymore.
No.
A faint pressure passes through the clearing, distant, curious. Somewhere beyond time, Greg Gray feels the shift. Not resistance. The fire has burned down to embers. The forest does not sleep. Lyric sits cross-legged at the edge of the clearing, eyes closed, palms resting on her knees. She is not meditating, she is listening. The thread hums beneath her skin, quieter than before but heavier, like a thought that refuses to resolve. Elara watches from a short distance, careful not to intrude. Kale keeps watch, back to a tree, blade resting across his lap. A sudden pressure shifts the air. Not sound, not wind, a misalignment. Lyric's breath stutters. Her fingers twitch. Light threads between them, thin, trembling, then stretch outward, vanishing into nothing. The forest around her stutters. For half a second, the clearing is wrong. The trees are scorched. The fire pit is cold ash. Blood stains the ground, not fresh, not old. Lyric gasps and opens her eyes. The vision does not vanish. She is standing inside it.
Lyric.
Elara is there, but wounded. A deep gash across her side, her device shattered at her feet.
Get down.
Kale lunges and disappears mid-motion, pulled sideways like a skipped frame. The forest screams without sound. Lyric staggers back.
No, no, this isn't.
A shadow moves between the trees. Not Greg Gray. Something after him. Older. The thread tightens painfully, not as a warning, as a plea. Lyric drops to her knees, clutching her chest.
I won't accept this.
The light surges, not outward, but inward. The vision shatters. Lyric is back in the present, gasping, palms pressed to the earth. The forest snaps back into alignment. Alara is suddenly beside her, gripping her shoulders.
Lyric. Lyric, look at me. You're here.
Lyric looks up, shaken.
I saw
Saw? What?
a future that doesn't want to wait.
The thread hums, subdued, almost apologetic. Alara's expression darkens.
You didn't just see it.
I anchored it.
Then the thread isn't just reacting anymore.
It's bleeding time.
Kale stands alone at the ridge, overlooking the valley below. The world is pale with approaching dawn. Alara joins him quietly. They stand side by side without speaking.
Finally, I was taken. They found me after a convergence collapse, said my survival meant something.
And did you believe him?
I believed in order, until he asked me to hold a rift open while he corrected an outcome.
What outcome?
Kale closes his eyes.
A city that chose rebellion instead of obedience. He erased it. That's when I left.
Alara studies him.
And Lyric?
Kale looks back toward the camp, where Lyric sits quietly, unaware.
Greg never trained witnesses.
Because witnesses can refuse.
Then he's coming for her.
Yes. Then he'll have to go through me again.
The sun crests the horizon. Lyric sits on a fallen log, calmer now but changed. The thread no longer hums constantly. It waits. Alara approaches, sitting beside her.
You didn't break last night.
Lyric smiles faintly.
I wanted to.
That means you're doing it right.
Lyric looks at her.
What if I can't stop what I saw?
Then we make sure it never becomes inevitable.
Kale joins them.
We move east, away from mapped convergences.
Greg Gray thinks the thread chose wrong. Let's prove him afraid.
The thread pulses once, steady, aligned. Not power. Purpose. Far away, beyond sight and time, Greg Gray opens his eyes. He smiles. Not because he is winning, because the game has finally begun. They move east. The forest resists subtly, not blocking them, but misguiding them. Paths double back without appearing to. Landmarks repeat with slight variations. A fallen tree appears twice, once burned, once untouched. Kale halts, raising a fist.
Stop.
Lyric feels it immediately. The thread tightens, not sharply but insistently, like fingers curling. Lyric steps forward, eyes unfocused.
We've passed this clearing before.
Alara checks the terrain, then her device.
No, we haven't. According to this.
The device flickers, the map briefly misaligns, then corrects itself. Lyric exhales.
It's lying.
The device.
Alara shakes her head.
The forest.
Lyric kneels, pressing her palm to the earth. The thread responds instantly. Not with light, with clarity.
This place remembers paths that no longer exist. Greg didn't erase everything.
The ground trembles faintly, as if offended. They move again, slower now, listening instead of leading. They arrive at a half-collapsed way station. Stone arches broken, symbols scratched out deliberately. Kale stiffens.
This was a rift post.
No. This was removed.
Lyric approaches a wall where a name has been carved, then violently scratched out. She doesn't need to read it. The thread recoils.
Say it.
Some names destabilize convergence memory.
Say it anyway.
Gregory Gray.
The air distorts. The thread flares sharply, then settles, rejecting the name like a bad note. Lyric presses her hand to her chest.
That's not what the thread calls him.
Then what does it call him?
Correction.
That's not a title.
No. It's a function.
They stop near a shallow stream. The marked child sits apart, drawing shapes in the dirt with a stick. Lyric approaches quietly. She kneels beside her.
Does it hurt?
No. It pulls.
Where?
The child taps her chest.
Like it wants me to remember something I haven't seen yet.
You won't be alone with it.
The child looks up.
You're louder than the others. Not noisy. Certain.
What does that mean?
When she decides something, the strings stop arguing.
Elara and Kale exchange a look. Lyric closes her eyes briefly.
So this is what the thread needs. Witnesses. And someone willing to decide.
The air grows colder as they enter a narrow pass. The forest quiets unnaturally. Lyric stops. The thread tightens, sharp this time. A pressure builds ahead. Not Greg. A construct. A correction echo, incomplete, faceless, stitched together from collapsed outcomes. It blocks the path without moving.
Don't engage.
No.
The echo reacts. Reality warps around it, trying to resolve her. The thread surges, but Lyric does not unleash it. She steadies her breath.
I refuse. You don't get to decide this future. The thread aligns, not flaring, not exploding. The echo destabilizes, not destroyed, but unwritten. It collapses inward and vanishes. Silence rushes back in. Kale stares.
You didn't fight it.
I outlasted it.
Greg won't like that.
Good. They stand at the ridge's edge, the world opening before them. A vast stretch of land unfolds below, uncharted, unmapped, bending subtly where reality hasn't fully decided what it wants to be. Valleys shimmer faintly. Distant peaks flicker in and out of alignment as if waiting for permission to exist. Above them, the sky fractures in thin, almost polite seams, distant convergences pulsing softly, like restrained lightning trapped behind glass. Lyric steps forward. The thread hums. Not loud, not urgent. Directional. Elara feels it instantly. Her grip tightens on the device beneath her cloak.
It's choosing again.
Lyric doesn't answer right away. She listens, not with her ears, but with her breath, her pulse, the space just behind her ribs. She shakes her head slowly.
No, it's not choosing. It's following.
Elara searches Lyric's face.
Following what?
Movement. Witness. Decision.
Kale exhales sharply, half a laugh without humor. He rests one hand on the hilt of his blade, grounding himself.
Then we're officially off every known path. No maps, no fallback points, no rules anyone's tested before. That's the point.
The marked child shifts behind them, staring at the horizon.
It's quieter out there.
Elara glances back.
Quieter can still be dangerous.
But it's honest.
Far away, far beyond sight, beyond distance, beyond linear time, Greg Gray pauses mid-step. He stands between moments, between choices that already failed. He feels it. Not resistance. Not defiance. Deviation. Something has moved without his permission. Without opposition. Without fear.
Interesting.
He turns slowly toward the direction Lyric chose. His expression does not harden. It sharpens. Not angry, not threatened, intrigued. Back to the ridge. The thread pulses once. Firm, deliberate, final. Lyric steps forward, no hesitation. Alara follows immediately, falling into step beside her. Kale takes position just behind them, watchful, protective. The marked child trails after, barefoot on ground that reshapes itself to meet her steps. Behind them, the ridge seems to recede, as if the land itself has decided not to remember where they came from. Ahead, the future shifts. Not violently. Not chaotically. Deliberately. The land beyond the ridge does not welcome them. It adjusts. Hills curve where they shouldn't, bowing inward as if listening. Valleys fold and unfold when no one is looking. Distances stretch, then compress. A mountain on the horizon appears closer with every blink, yet refuses to grow nearer beneath their feet. The ground feels undecided. Lyric leads. Not because she commands. Not because anyone follows orders. Because the thread pulls gently, a quiet pressure between breaths, a suggestion rather than a demand. Each step she takes feels permitted. The marked child walks beside Alara, fingers brushing the air, tracing shapes no one else can see. Her movements are careful, reverent.
It's louder here.
Alara lowers her gaze, studying the child's face.
The thread.
The child nods, eyes never leaving the shifting landscape.
It's not shouting. It's remembering out loud?
Alara's expression tightens. She glances toward Lyric, who is slowed just enough to listen. Kale scans the terrain constantly, horizon, sky, ground, searching for patterns that refuse to stay still.
This place isn't on any map. Not old ones, not forbidden ones, not even the broken charts.
It was a race before maps learned how to hold it.
They crest a low rise. A stone marker stands alone ahead, ancient, deliberate. It has been split cleanly down the center, not shattered, not broken. Divided. Symbols once carved into its surface have been worn away by time that never moved forward, only sideways. The stone looks old and unfinished at the same time. The group slows instinctively. The thread hums in recognition. Not familiarity. Acknowledgement. Lyric approaches the marker, resting her palm against the cold stone. The hum beneath her skin deepens.
This isn't a ruin.
And no, it's a boundary that failed.
The child steps closer, staring at the split stone.
Someone tried to make a choice here.
And couldn't live with either outcome.
A faint vibration passes through the ground. Not a tremor, but a reaction. The sky darkens a shade too quickly. Lyric withdraws her hand.
We're being allowed through.
Allowed by what?
By whatever remembers what this place was before it was silenced.
They move on. Behind them, the stone marker's shadow splits, each half pointing in a different direction. Neither follows. The land ahead opens, uncertain and watching. And for the first time since leaving the village, the thread does something new. It doesn't pull forward. It waits. They find shelter in the remains of a way station. Walls collapsed inward, roof missing entirely. A fire burns low. Shadows behave better here. Still wrong, but obedient. Kale sharpens his blade.
You've been quiet.
I remember this place. Not as it is. As it was.
You've been here before. A long time ago. With the guard.
The word settles heavily.
The Rift Guard?
Before Greg Gray became what he is now.
The fire crackles sharply. The child looks up.
That's the man with no shadow.
Then this was never a coincidence.
Night settles faster here than it should. Not darker, quieter. The wind stops mid-breath. Stars flicker, then hold, as if waiting for permission to move. The group has stopped walking without meaning to. Lyric stands still, eyes unfocused, listening inward. The thread is no longer pulling. It's holding.
Why did it stop?
Lyric doesn't answer right away. She presses a hand lightly to her chest.
It didn't. We did.
Kale shifts his weight, scanning the dark.
I don't like places that notice when you pause.
The marked child looks past them, into nothing.
It's deciding where to look next.
Who is?
Everyone.
A distant sound rolls across the land. Not thunder, not movement. More like a page turning somewhere far away. The thread pulses once. Not a command. Not a warning. A marker. Lyric feels it lock into place. Whatever comes next is no longer avoidable. She exhales slowly.
All right.
She steps forward. Nothing happens. No path appears. No resistance either. Just possibility. Behind layers of folded time, something shifts its attention. Not yet seen. Not yet named. But aware. Lyric doesn't look back. She keeps walking. The others follow. The land watches them go. The child looks back once. Subscribe to keep up with all the mystery, drama, love, and sci-fi series. Thank you for joining us. See you next time.